Coming to the cage now, Mike Woods from Indio, California. This is one of the fights I'm looking the most forward to tonight between Woods and Shohei Yamamoto, because now we have Michael Woods, the Shotokan practitioner black belt, and the Kyokushin black belt in Shohei Yamamoto. Mike Woods from the Desert Karate School, 16 years studying under Master Johnny Woods, who began training back in 1966 in Shotokan Karate. Master Woods being a 28-year veteran of the police force in Indio and Riverside, California.
I'm pretty excited about this. The style matchup of a police officer that did karate against a guy that just does, it's kind of fun. It's kind of a good way to, that's what I love about MMA.
Shotokan versus Kyokushin. I mean, this sounds like something someone would have written back in 1977, starring, I don't know, maybe a member of the Lee family, and I don't know, maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Who's that?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh yes,
that guy.
Definitely a good. You know, I'm sure a lot of matchups like this happen all the time in the karate world. You know, you go to a karate tournament and you have the Kyokushin against the Shotokan, and a little bit of bad blood there possibly.
Not as much here that we get to see this. You know, Mike Woods really excited for this fight because he really wanted to fight another black belt. Being a black belt, unless you're on the competitive circuit, you go to a gym, nobody wants to spar with you. None of those younger students are going, oh yeah, let me get kicked in the face by the black belt who's been doing this for 16 years. So as soon as he saw he had an opportunity to fight another black belt, he said, I am taking that for sure. You know, he started training this at 6 years old. He's 22 years old now, had his black belt since 2011, and he just wants to test himself against someone who he believes at a similar level with their type of martial art.
Also, that being said, it's somewhat of it could be a comfort zone thing for him as well. You know, you're fighting another karate guy, you kind of know what you're going to get. You're going to get guys moving on straight lines, and certain strikes come from certain angles. You know, if he was going to make his debut against a wrestler, you might see a little more panic in his face, but fighting another karate guy, he might kind of know what he's going to get himself into. He's going to get himself into a little striking thing. If he thinks he has a ground advantage, you might see him try to exploit that.
Well, I spoke with Mike Woods before the fights tonight, and he definitely said that he wants to keep this fight standing. You know, he doesn't have an extremely well-versed ground game. His father, Master Johnny Woods, was an all-CIF wrestler back in high school, and so he's learned some of the ground game from a guy. And if you're all-CIF, that's a pretty good wrestling credential.
That is a good credential. And, you know, I'm sure, you know, you want to know some wrestling. If you're a striker, use the wrestling to defend the takedowns, keep yourself on your feet, and go back to your striking. And I would love to see him come out, tap gloves, and pretty much look at each other. All right, let's karate each other right now.
That would be the best. I mean, that would really be a big crowd pleaser. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. You know, Mike Woods, again, those 16 years of Shotokan experience. Shohei is an international Kyokushin competitor. Mike's talking a lot about his technique. He really loves the Kyokozuki, which is the rear hand straight punch, sort of a long straight punch. So we'll see what he does with that tonight.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, Shohei Yamamoto.
And in the red corner, 24-year-old Shohei Yamamoto from Fullerton, California. Now, Shohei, at 24 years old and 5 feet 10 inches tall, doesn't look like the biggest or the baddest, but I'll tell you one thing. This guy is a top-level karateka. Fights in the IKO 1, which is the premier league for Kyokushin karate, and he has a wealth of experience fighting adults all the way back to 16 years old.
Yeah, this dude can move when it comes to karate. Great footwork, super hand speed, and super kick speed. He throws he throws all different punches and kicks, so he's going to be very well versed and kind of creative. And then that's what I like about karate guys like this. He held a close fight with the 2007, 2008, and 2009 Open Kyokushin champion Alejandro Navarro from Spain, and he's been competing internationally since '98. So fighting at University of MMA is really nothing new to him. He's been competing, and this is just another way for him to showcase his skills. And you know, in a way, this is another karate match because he's fighting another karate fighter, just maybe on a little different set of rules, but a lot of those same strikes still apply here.
You know, MMA might be very different, but when you, at 19 years old, are fighting a 3-time world champion in a karate match, there's not a whole lot more that really frightens you. And let's be real, those were bare-knuckle karate matches.
That's awesome. I love bare-knuckle anything.
No, this one, hold on to your seats, folks. It's going to be exciting.
Except for the people standing, hold your standing position, because this is going to be exciting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our next fight is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the 170-pound division, brought to you by WSS Shoes Style Selection. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Shotokan fighter making his debut. He stands at 6 feet tall and weighing in at 167 pounds, representing Desert Karate School from Indio, California, Michael "Mike the Woo" Woods. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a Kyokushin Karate practitioner making his debut, standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing in at 171 pounds, fighting with CSW from Oceanside, California, Shohei Yamamoto. Man in charge of the action, Rafael Davis.
Here we go, a 175-pound bout between Michael Woods in the blue corner, Shohei Yamamoto in the red corner, Shotokan Karate versus Kyokushin. Oh boy, I am so excited for this fight. It starts here, round number 1. Both fighters come out, touch gloves, light on their feet. A front kick from Woods and an outside leg kick from Yamamoto. A quick combination from Woods. Yamamoto counters an overhand right. A left hook coming in. Yamamoto with a big dump on Woods, but they're back to their feet quickly.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, you know, the possible karate guy taking down the other karate guy. And it seems to be Yamamoto, being from training with Josh Barnett, hitting the ground, trying to expose that immediately.
Yeah, you might be able to hear very lightly in the background, but the War Master Josh Barnett, a very high-level heavyweight, if you follow this sport, in the corner of Yamamoto. And so some catch wrestling probably coming from Shohei's camp.
And some big... This fight's going to get stopped.
Those are big punches, and that's it. Shohei Yamamoto with an overwhelming barrage of strikes here. Early, just halfway through round number 1. Wow, that was a really powerful finish.
Powerful, fast. This dude's good. This dude's very, very... I like that he didn't come out and use just karate. He did something else and worked on something else, and dominantly.
You know, they started out swinging on the feet, but Shohei, I think he felt pretty quickly that once they clinched up that he had an advantage when it came to the wrestling game. And you can see here the finish. Shohei just pouring it on there in those final seconds.
Yeah, and that was just really impressive. Way to start your MMA career. And just looked like he got caught with a few strikes and said, hey, I'm going to take it to the ground and finish it before anything happens too bad for me in my debut.
You know, as a fight geek, I would have loved to see a big war on the feet. But Shohei Yamamoto, really impressive, the wherewithal. He took that front kick to the face early in that fight. They got into a couple really wild exchanges early on. You know, Michael Woods was sending those strikes right down the pipes in those first moments. We had that about a 3-4, maybe 5-punch combination, which then we had that overhand right counter from Shohei. And he just said, nope, grabbed that clinch. When he got that first dump, I think that's when he knew that he had a really, really big advantage in the wrestling game?
It looked immediate when we saw that there was a big advantage when it came to grappling. And not just, he looked very good at grappling. He didn't look like no karate competitor at all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the punishment ends 53 seconds into the first round. Your winner by technical knockout by way of ref stoppage due to strikes out of the red corner, Shohei Yamamoto.
Shohei, come talk to me. Let's give it up for both these fighters. That was a great fight. Shohei, now, it's such a rare event in MMA to have two karate black belts matched up against each other. Did that come into play in your camp for this fight?
Yeah, actually, we try to mimic the Shotokan style, but it's such a difficult and rare martial art background to have, so it's definitely hard to prepare for this fight.
Well done. Obviously, catch wrestling has been a huge asset to your arsenal. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank my cornerman, Josh Barnett, and Victor Henry for coming out and support me tonight, and all the teammates from CSW, and all the friends and family that are coming out today. Thank you very much.
You got that dump early on, and then were able to control the fight from there. Was that the plan, knowing that you were so well matched up against standing up your opponent?
Yeah, well, the first strike that he caught me with a lunging gyakuzuki, that you would call, which is like a right straight, a lunging right straight that he caught me by surprise. So, and it went to the clinch, and I kind of found out during the clinch that his ground game might have been a little bit weaker than mine, so I took it to the ground and finished him off there.
Nice observation. Got the W. Give it up for your winner. I'm sorry. Real quick, we got a birthday boy in the house, so give it up for your birthday boy and let him do his birthday shout-outs.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for coming out tonight. I hope you're having fun. And I want to dedicate this fight to my father that passed away 3 weeks ago. I know he's going to be here right now with me right now. I know he's right here in the corner. But Dad, I know you're watching from up there. Thank you very much.
Nice job. Give it up for your winner, Shohei Yamamoto. Happy birthday.
Your winner by round 1 technical knockout, Shohei Yamamoto.